After years of trauma, pain, and survival, The Handmaid's Tale gave us one ending we could truly celebrate, and it belonged to Janine. A world built on cruelty, Janine's reunion with her daughter Charlotte, once called Angela, is the rare full-circle moment in Gilead's grim saga. And for many fans, it was the ending they didn't just want, it was the one they needed. Let's explore why Janine's ending stands out, why it mattered so deeply, and how it became one of the few hopeful lights in a series known for its darkness. And Margaret Atwood's original novel, Janine's story doesn't end well. Her child is deemed a shredder, and Janine herself fades into the background as just another broken woman in a broken system. But Hulu's adaptation gave Janine something more, not just more screen time, but more fight, more depth, and, ultimately, more hope. Over the course of 6 seasons, Janine evolved from the naive, wide-eyed handmaid in the Red Center into a quietly defiant survivor. She endured everything Gilead threw at her. She was gang-raped before Gilead ever rose. She lost an eye as punishment for defiance. She was raped repeatedly as a handmaid. She was forced into the role of a Jezebel, one of the system's cruelest forms of exploitation. Janine's life was a relentless cycle of trauma. And yet, through all of it, she held on to one thing, her love for her daughter. From the moment she gave birth in Season 1, Janine fought for her daughter. But in Gilead, Charlotte wasn't really hers. Renamed Angela and raised by Naomi and Commander Warren Putnam, Janine's daughter became a symbol of Gilead's theft, of motherhood, of identity, of humanity. Still, Janine never gave up. And when the series finale arrived, that unwavering love was finally rewarded. St. Lydia and Naomi walk out with Charlotte, and Janine sees her daughter again after years of separation. The look on her face says it all. She's weeping. Overwhelmed. But she's not broken. Not this time. Because for the first time in what feels like forever, Janine gets something back. And in the end, Janine and Charlotte board a transport to safety, heading to the United States. Together. And in a show where hope has often come at unbearable costs, that one act, that one happy ending, feels like a revolution in itself. Janine finally reaches peace. Her arc, from victim to survivor to mother reunited, is complete. And honestly, I wouldn't change a single moment. Because the alternative would have been too cruel. Janine's life has been nothing short of horrific. Her suffering was layered, relentless, and deeply personal. And while The Handmaid's Tale has never shied away from brutality, denying her this reunion would have crossed the line into nihilism. This wasn't just fan service. It was essential. Without Janine's reunion, the show's larger themes of resistance, humanity, and the fight for something better would have lost their emotional anchor. Her ending reminds us there's still something worth fighting for in Gilead. And then there's Naomi. Throughout the series, she represented the oppressor, a wife complicit in Gilead's crimes. But even Naomi wasn't one-dimensional. Her bond with Charlotte, or Angela, as she called her, was real. She wasn't a perfect parent, and she certainly wasn't innocent, but she loved that child. And the finale, when Naomi tells Charlotte, "You need to be safe," you see something shift. She's no longer clinging to the illusion of control. She knows that Charlotte's only chance is with Janine, away from Gilead. Helping reunite mother and daughter doesn't erase Naomi's sins, but it does offer her a sliver of redemption. And that choice, made in silence and surrender, shows that even in Gilead, not everyone is beyond saving. Of course, this joyful moment is shadowed by another, far more tragic one. As Janine hugs her daughter, June stands nearby, watching, waiting, and quietly breaking. Because her daughter, Hannah, is still in Gilead. The contrast is gutting. Janine gets her child back. June does not. It's written all over Elizabeth Moss' face. That quiet devastation. That hollow ache. That lingering absence. And we understand why. The Testaments, the sequel series based on Atwood's 2019 novel, is already in production. And in that story Hannah, renamed Agnes, is still in Gilead, playing a central role. To stay faithful to that timeline, June and Hannah can't be reunited. Not yet. While Janine gets closure, June's battle continues. But that's exactly what makes Janine's ending so powerful. Because The Handmaid's Tale was never about a perfectly wrapped-up narrative. It's not a fairy tale. It's not clean. It's not safe. It's messy. Real. Human. And in that final episode, both sides of the coin are laid bare. One mother is reunited. Another remains separated. One story closes with peace. Another continues in pain. That's what makes Janine's ending feel earned, emotional, and necessary. Janine's journey was never. Her suffering was some of the most intense in the series. And yet, she is the one character who gets a truly hopeful ending. That's not just poetic, it's right. Because in a world built on suffering, survival itself is defiance. And a mother's love? That's the purest form of rebellion Gilead could never kill. Oh, to see Janine, broken but unbowed, finally holding her daughter and stepping into a better world. It's not just the ending she deserved, it's the one we needed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. Did Janine's ending break you like it did us?